Hi, folks. We're back again. I hope that the audio is working. It seems to be working this time. I wanted to check in with you since we haven't been live in a while. And I thought I would let you guys know what's been going on and what's going to be going on in the near future. So, first off, we just finished a 2-week road trip where we shot stories in Albuquerque and we shot stories in Phoenix. Hello, Dee Dee. I'm doing good. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here. So I was telling you about we shot in Albuquerque and we shot in Phoenix. When we were in Albuquerque, we interviewed 20 people. I think a couple of those people were 2 people talking about one story. So probably 17 or 18 stories from Albuquerque, and a couple of those stories are recovery stories, and those are always very nice to get to include on our channel. In Albuquerque, we also did a ride along with the county sheriff's department. Wonderful group of people. They were very, very eager to help, and I thought that was really cool. Hi, Crystal. I really enjoy your channel. I'm totally blind. Well, gee, Crystal, thank you very much. I'm sorry you don't get to see their faces. That's a shame. We've met such wonderful people, and there's a lot of emotion in their faces, and I'm sorry you don't get to see that, but I'm sure you can hear it better than most of us. So, Dee Dee, I'm doing good. Anyway, okay, so that's what we did in Albuquerque. When we were in Phoenix, we interviewed 21 people, and of those, there's also a few storytellers that are 2 storytellers talking about one loved one. So again, 17 or 18 stories from Phoenix. And we'll start editing on them right away. So where was I? It's always so confusing to try to tell you guys stuff and also be reading the comments, but don't stop commenting. I appreciate the comments. I just have to pay attention. So also in Phoenix, there was a recovery story or 2, and we shot a story about domestic violence, which will be a new series on our channel. So I don't know if saying we're excited about that is the right way to put that, but it's a powerful story. So, okay. Yes, I can tell you how much I enjoy listening to the videos. I really enjoy hearing what the people have to say, and I listen to them a lot at the end of my day just to kind of wind down. Well, that's awesome, Crystal. There's some really powerful stories, and appreciate hearing from you about them. There's also some addiction recovery stories on our channel that have happier endings. I don't know, kind of feels like maybe that would be a better, happier way to wind down the evening. But whatever works for you is cool. Very grateful to hear from you. So that's what's been going on. That's I've been on the road, so our rate at publishing new stories slowed down just a little bit, but we're in catch up mode now, and so there'll be a new story tomorrow, and should continue to publish a new story every other day for the most part. That's our goal. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate your message. I feel very, very blessed to get to do what we do. My wife and I work really hard at this, but there is this awesome reward to meeting the families that we meet, and to just watch the way family members meet other family members while they're waiting for their interview, or how they stay after their interview and interact with other families that come in to do their interviews. There's this really cool dynamic to that, with how they help each other, or how they get angry together, or how they comfort each other. So it's very cool. D Mend, grateful that you come to hear some of the stories from around my city. Which city is your city? We've been to a few now. In March, we're going to be shooting in northern Florida and Charleston, South Carolina. That's the tentative plan. The exact dates aren't set yet, but those it's actually two locations in Florida, Charleston and South Carolina. So three locations in March. Probably another big giant drive for me, but that's fine. I just sit there and steer. PG County, Maryland. Yes, we've been to Maryland twice. We actually went to Maryland to interview a former White House drug czar named Dr. Robert DuPont. There's a couple of short stories in our addiction recovery story. Very interesting guy. He was drug czar under Nixon and Ford. So he's old, but with that age comes this candor. His filter's gone. He doesn't have a job to protect. He doesn't have an employer to protect. He doesn't have any accountability to anyone, just accountable to the truth as he sees it. And he spent a great part of his career doing a lot of addiction research and working with people suffering from substance use disorder, and has some really wonderful insight. I hope we can get back to the footage we shot with him to make more stories soon. But we shot a lot. We shot with him for 2 days. But we also shot a little bit during the Lost Voices of Fentanyl rally last year, and I think it was in July. It was hot. It was way hot. So, but we didn't shoot. We didn't interview anyone. Hello, Stacy. Yeah, we try to do interesting stuff. So, northern Florida, like I want to say Jacksonville, Florida, someplace farther south, down around the Space Center. And then uh, also in Charleston, South Carolina, we've had a lot of inquiries from there. Later in the year, it looks like we're going to be going to maybe Detroit, also Massachusetts, or somewhere in the New England area that's good and centrally located for the people who've been asking us to come there. So we hope to get there soon. Hello, Julie. Cool that you're here. Julie's shared the story of her niece, Faith. That story was published on our channel yesterday and is it's getting a lot of views. It is, like, maybe I can tell you where it's at even. So we'll have a look. Oh, it's over 17,000 views. So that's pretty cool. Wow, I just did that popping thing with my mouth twice. That's terrible. Holy cow. People we interview do that sometimes, and it kills me. Oh, Julie, I'm sorry. Yes, the one we're publishing tomorrow is an aunt talking about her niece, who she raised. Yeah, it is cool, and I feel just very fortunate that to be able to. I can't. I feel like I can't take credit for what the storytellers share. We do some editing, but it's really all about what the storytellers, what's important to them. We're just a messenger, and that's wonderful. I'll tell you about when we do these interviews. Usually, we begin by asking. Well, first we ask the person's name, and then we ask them about their loved one. Just a broad, simple. So, what was your loved one like? Say the loved one's name. So what was Faith like? And so when I ask that question, oftentimes it doesn't make it into the edited video, but when I ask, the storyteller's face lights up, like beams a little bit, and they start talking about their loved one and what kind of personality traits really stood out to them about the loved one. It's way cool. Well, yes, Stacy, I do establish the environment. We have a pretty creative set that is it's really designed all around the comfort of the storyteller. There's a big honking light on set, and there's a chair that that typically we look for the least comfortable chair we can find, but it's not really looking for least comfortable. It's just looking for a chair that doesn't swivel, and ideally is just a stool with no back on it, because the back shows in the shot. That just kind of bugs me. The simple black background in most of our stories really helps, I think, reinforce what the storyteller has to say. Gee, Stacy, it's easy for me. It's easy to listen to the stories, and I'm helpful. Uh, I'm helpful. I don't know where that came from. I am grateful that it works. It seems to work pretty well. It's just, yeah. I love that it works because it's such important topics that we're addressing. Okay, Stacy, just yeah, yeah, I suppose so. All right, now cut it out. Just it's not about me. It's, okay, so Yvette, I often comment about the stories on this channel. It's wonderful that quite a lot of users have stopped using. May it continue? Yeah, once in a while, we get a comment from some viewer on our channel who talks about how watching the series has helped them to quit, motivated them to quit, and it's always awesome to hear from them. Yeah, DD, I think that by creating a space where the storyteller can really let go through the whole story, unload, and know that it's going to be created into something that is permanent, lasting, and public. I think that means a lot to the people who share their stories with us. Julie, you thought it was hard? Come on, it could have been way worse, right? I think so. Julie, Julie, where was it? Where are we? All right, sorry, I was just looking. So, gee, Julie, why don't you share a little bit about what the process was like once you sat down? Yeah, you're sort of the center of attention, but it's just a large, soft light, a relatively uncomfortable chair, and a weird box, right? You can't even you can't even see the camera. Dee Dee, Dee Dee Fig, Dee Dee, are you one of our storytellers? Ah, ah, a semi tan. Yeah, but so that's like a perk, right? You get to tan, and you get to talk about faith, and so we do have a storyteller named Dee Dee. Stacy, are you one of our storytellers? Julie, you got a shirt, right? You got a shirt, didn't you? Oh, sorry, Stacy. I just wanted to ask. I meet so many people. I'm not real great with names. Plus, here on YouTube, uh, like right here, see, it's over here. Yeah, there it is. See, yeah, right. So we're going to be coming back to California sometime soon. We shot stories in Sacramento last year, and we'll probably be back in California. I'm thinking probably in the fall, but well, oh, dishes. So I hope you didn't hear that. Where was I? Wow, on these messages. SD, that's San Diego. No, haven't been to San Diego. These nuts. Hi, thanks for joining us. Good to see you here again. SF, San Francisco, is what I'm thinking. SD means San Diego or standard definition. So, so we also have inquiries from people looking for us to come to Oregon. Thank you, Dees. So Oregon, I feel like I'm forgetting a place. Uh, Connecticut, Massachusetts, somewhere in that New England area that works well as a central location. We'll be coming there, but probably wait till it warms up a little bit. We will have a couple of stories coming out from when we went to Anchorage, Alaska on our channel soon. They're up high in the queue now. South, east. Golly, no. Live every day. That would just be scary. I try to go live a couple of times a week, and still kind of figuring it all out. There's actually a button here. Oh, look at that! I moved my hands. I did something, and the exposure changed. It looked like. Uh, there's a button on here. I'm gonna experiment with in a minute. That is a. It says share the screen. I don't know what that does, but I might be able to show y'all stuff. So I'm just gonna click this button, and we'll just figure it out together. Ah, also share tab. Okay. Okay, I can see that word. Okay. And angels, stop. All right, folks, you're really killing me here. Have I been to the heart of Philadelphia, the area called Kensington? Nope, I haven't. I've heard a lot about Kensington. I saw an area in Albuquerque uh, that seemed similar. Central Avenue in Albuquerque. I don't think probably as bad as Kensington, not as densely concentrated as Kensington, but I do. I do plan to go there at some point. It seems like the kind of place where we need a bit of guidance. We need someone local to help us to navigate the area and identify people that we could talk to for a minute. I can tell you, we had we also had this idea. We've had a few encounters with homeless people, groups of homeless people in Anchorage and Albuquerque and Houston, which is where we're based, and a few other locations. And it occurred to me that maybe there would be a series worthwhile uh, to create with people that are homeless who want to send messages home, who would like to, let's say, a few words about whatever that would be directed toward family or whatever kind of loved ones there are in their life, that they would like to say, whatever, I'm doing okay, I miss you guys, I'm angry at you guys, whatever. Could be a series, it seems like. Could call it Messages Home. Greensboro, we can come anywhere. So I'm gonna answer the question about the awards. They are awards. They're most of them. There is if I roll back, the mic won't be as good, but the focus will pull with me and things will get a little clearer. So anyway, the the awards that are up here, those are called Telly Awards, and they're sort of like industrial industrial production awards for these awards for best director, best documentary, best whatever. And then there's levels. There's uh, silver, gold, and platinum, I think. And a couple of those are awards for the Fentanyl series. For one, I believe, is for the series, and one is for one episode 100, Wade Green's story, which we're hoping to do a follow up on that soon. Okay, so Stacy, you love the idea of Messages Home. It could be cool. I think could be really cool. But has anyone seen the story we did with Elijah Todd, a homeless fentanyl user in Anchorage, Alaska? It was, I don't know, I want to say like a 15-minute story, 15-minute interview with him, and he talks about his life and what he's been through. Glenn is humble. Yeah, a little bit. So what have I missed? Have I missed questions? Well, I'm going to find Kensington. not Kensington. I'll find Elijah. I'll move this over here. There we go. All right, so here's a link to Elijah Todd's story. Right there. That's the homeless interview that we did on the streets in Anchorage while we were doing a ride along with the Anchorage Police Department. The light that we used to shoot the interview on Elijah is from the patrol unit's light bar, because that's what we had. But it's a great story. It's great how it's called Street View, Anchorage, Alaska. And it's a powerful story because he's really very frank, very direct about what's important to him, how he got where he's at, the kind of things he deals with. It's a cool story. So Zero, Adam, 3, the awards. The other award, there's the YouTube subscriber award when we broke over 100,000. That one was way cool to me. What you said that you've been a fan since we started our channel. Maybe, but I think we started our channel in 2009. So maybe just since we started doing the fentanyl related stuff. We do other stuff too. Texas Pictures has been in business for 18 years. And most of that time was devoted to producing industrial and training videos and business to business promotional kind of videos, things that are important, useful stuff, very cool stuff. I have, because of that work, I've been all over the world on clients' money. Most of that work has been oil and gas, and so what that means is most of the places I've been aren't places that would be very high on your "ooh, I got to go there" list. So I've been in places like Kuwait and the Caspian Sea and Kazakhstan and the North Slope of Alaska. But I've also been to Paris a few times, and London a few times, Amsterdam a few times. All very cool. I've been to the Taj Mahal. How cool is that? So I feel very fortunate. So anyway, so Texas Pictures has been around for 18 years, and we've had the YouTube channel since 2009, but we really just used YouTube as a way to showcase our industrial work and never really did anything to develop an audience. So up until 2022, over the course of the 12 and a half, 13 years, we managed to accumulate about 1,600 subscribers. And at the time, that seemed like a lot. Not so much anymore. So thank you, Stacy. Thank you. So I want to talk to you for a minute. You've talked about, there's been several of you that have talked about having us come to an area. It is not it's not difficult to get us to come to an area. That there is no filter really. The challenge is just we need someone local who can help us coordinate it. At the end of every fentanyl story, there is a credit to a local event coordinator. And the event coordinator is vital because the event coordinator finds us a location where we can record the interviews at. That we've recorded interviews in quite a few churches. We've had interviews in conference rooms, at businesses, hotel conference rooms. Used the hotel room once, kind of a suite that didn't work great. We even once shot stories at a funeral home, which that was quiet, and so it worked out fine too. It worked out fine. D's, yeah, where are you at, D's? Oklahoma. Right, you just said Southeast Oklahoma, it seems like. So there'll probably be another one in Dallas sometime soon. Yeah, I know where Southeast Oklahoma is, D's. Thanks. There'll probably be another one in Dallas sometime this year. And there's been a little bit of talk about one in Tulsa. Anyway, so the way that it works, I'm going to give you guys a link to a page on our site, or we could try that share thing, couldn't we? We could do that. All right, let me just see if I can do this. Oops. There it is. All right, I'm going to try this magic button here that I've never tried before and see if it will let me share this page. Look at there. Okay, I'm going to click it and share. Here we go. So we'll see what happens. So this is a page on our website. I don't know if you can see the address, but I'll paste a link to it as well. This is how, there's the link. And so this really just goes over what's involved in making a storytelling summit happen in any area. That it talks about what we need. Okay, and let's see if I can make it move some. Look at there. So the basic location needs are laid out right there on the page, and it's a pretty simple process. It is always nice to have someone who wants to sponsor us, as in donate something to help with travel costs, or we've had locations where someone provides us with a place to stay while we're in town. Things like that helps. Rarely happens, and that's okay too. That we don't. It's certainly not mandatory, and it's an easy process. Any of you can make this happen if you've got something in mind. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us Yeah, donating. We gotta. We should probably sort out a way to do that. There's our email address. You can email us here. Uh, we should. It's a weird thing taking donations because we're not a nonprofit. It's not deductible to donate to us. It is. It would help a lot. That where we're at, the only kind of the only kind of financial support we get is from the advertising on our channel. It is not nearly what we would normally earn for this volume of work, but it's enough. Hmm. It's enough to. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, it's cool that I figured that out. So the revenue that comes from our channel is enough to make the fentanyl stories sustainable and enough to make the addiction recovery stories possible. And so we're really in a sweet spot. And I love being able to say we don't have any kind of client or grant, that we're not accountable to anyone except the audience and the storytellers who trust us with their stories. And so we're in a sweet spot, but we'll work out some kind of way. There's always the whatever. YouTube has a couple of ways to I don't know, tip us, give us a super thanks, but other than that, we haven't put anything in place. We may at some point. We probably will. Well, thank you, Stacy. I'm really living the dream here. For me, I was a journalism major in college and went down the industrial path and loved it. Loved it. I've been yes, YouTube certainly takes a cut, but YouTube also makes a lot of things possible. So, and what they do tends to be sincerely devoted to maintaining audience interest. I need a PayPal. Okay. All right, DZ. It's setting up the PayPal is not as hard as the idea of coming on here and saying, "Hey, folks, I've got a PayPal. You can send me some money." I don't know. I'm just sorting it out in my head. Buy me a coffee. Yeah. Now with the super thanks, YouTube doesn't take half. I imagine they take a little, but it is just a little. Perhaps we'll do that. So, who else do we have here? Do we have any questions from you guys? Anything that you'd like to ask me while I'm here, or any kind of series that you'd like to see? Thank you, Stacy. Wow, we've been here 45 minutes. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's not a hustle, but thank you, Dees. Thank you. All right. All right. So anyway, what about other questions, other things you'd like to know about us, or ideas you have for a series that could be worthwhile? we are going to try to create some more human trafficking stories. We haven't been able to pursue that very much. We've been really busy with fentanyl related stuff. And Stacy, it's easy. It's easy for me to listen to the stories because when we begin, the first thing I ask the storyteller is, tell me about your loved one. And that makes their faces light up. That's way cool. And I get to make that happen. And then as they tell their story, it's kind of a roller coaster ride. But I know that at the end, when the story's over, when we finished the interview, they're going to feel better. When they get up, they're lighter than when they sat down. And it's not because of any kind of stress over the interview, it's something else. And so when they stand up and they hug me, and pretty much all of them hug me, men or women, doesn't matter. And I get to give them a roll. I wish I had one. I give them a roll of lifesavers. It's a great metaphor. And they get a t-shirt. And the t-shirt, this is it. It's a storyteller on it. And on the back is a much larger storyteller graphic with the big logo and all of that. And so I give them those things. I explain to them the lifesavers. That's just brilliant. It is such a great metaphor. And that tends to make a storyteller choke up or cry, but not the way they were crying a few minutes earlier. There's a little bit of joy in it. And then when I give them the shirt, I explain to them the only way to get a shirt like this is to be a storyteller. That means something to them too. That if they see someone wearing a shirt like it, they can know that whoever's wearing it has sat in the same seat they have. So that's cool. And so doing all those things at the beginning of the interview, all those things at the end of the interview, and all the things that happen after the interview. When the story goes public, there tends to be an outpouring of positive comments from viewers. And just the fact that there's quite a few viewers, all of those things have positive impact on the storyteller. And all of those things help my heart a lot. So my heart doesn't really need any protecting because I know that those rewards are coming down the road. That I know when we finish the interview, there's going to be this big reward when I get to give the storyteller lifesavers and the t-shirt when we don't run out. Lifesavers in a row are kind of a challenge to find. It's pretty ridiculous. And I know that down the road after the interview, we'll be able to publish the story and get their loved one's story out there, get some attention for it. So my heart gets a lot of reward. That's my point, Stacy. My heart gets a lot of reward. It's a cool thing. Oh, Stacy, you're killing me. I could. I look at this series as a gift from God for me to be in a place where I can help storytellers do something that makes a difference. One thing I don't know if I said it to Julie or not, but one thing that I oftentimes say to storytellers afterwards is that the last part of a person's life is usually someone else's lesson. And that it's no consolation, but it's important. And so with these fentanyl stories, there's someone else's lesson for a lot of people. And that's a big deal. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Dees. Appreciate you guys being here. We're getting close to an hour, so it's probably going to be time to wrap it up sometime soon. So tell me, is this a good time to be doing the live thing? Would it be better to do it late afternoon? Like right now, it is 1:09 here in the evening. We're on Central Time, and is there a time that might be better? Anybody? Just looking for input, folks. Always want to have a good audience who has a lot to contribute with the dialogue, because it's not like I sit down here with a script. I just kind of wing it, and now I figured out this fancy new button here. So, all right. So, okay, we can do something here with that. Let me see. I'll just kind of just real quick go through here, and we go to here. What is that? What? Ah, okay. All right, I'm going to try one more time here. I hit the button once more. I'll just share with you guys a few pictures. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be 3 p.m. here. And 1 p.m. West Coast. 4 p.m. All right, I will try to plan to do 4 p.m. next time. I've noticed that somewhere between in the Central Time Zone, somewhere between 3 and 6 p.m. Uh, is about when most of our viewers or people that are interested in our content are likely to watch new stories on our channel. Yeah, these we're all in line. All right, so next time I'll try to do this at 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to try to click through some pictures here. Let me see if I can do the screen share thing. Uh, hmm. Oh, look, a window. Oh, look at there. Okay, so if I share that, I'm sharing half of that. Why does that look? Oh, I know why. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's Paris uh, industrial video shoot. There's a image of a set we were working on for some PSAs about family violence for the city of Houston. It's me and the mayor of Houston long ago. Set London. I don't know what's going on. Shoot with Tony Bennett long ago. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, so let's see what. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, we'll go a little farther. Let's see what else is going to pop up here. No. Oh, look at that. All right. When I shot that picture, it's all that was shot with real film. We parked at the parking lot, and I saw this, and I jumped out of the car and ran to the spot to get the picture before the guys left the green. So I thought that was cool. It's from the family violence. PSA. Okay, Taj Mahal. That's kind of cool. PSA for DWI. This was in a town in Siberia called Tyumen, and that is an American doctor. I was there making a documentary about a shipment of medical aid that was sent to Tyumen in Siberia by a group of Houston area oil and gas service companies. California. Okay, this is getting boring now, but people we talked to. That's in the United Arab Emirates. I don't remember what I was shooting there, but I do remember that you could look any direction and it all looked the same. This is in Utah. We were making a documentary about the impact of seismic exploration on public lands. Paris. So there is most of the locations. Since that map was made, we did have we shot in 2 locations in South America, so it knocks that off. The only continent we haven't been to is Antarctica. Okay, I think that's it. So we will close that, and it's about time to wrap this party up. But appreciate you guys joining us. And now that I learned about this little button, I can have some things prepared for next time and share more. But guys, really keep in touch. Feel free to email or message me. Find me on Facebook. I'm easy to find. And we're here for you guys. So thanks, Dees. And so keep in touch, and thank you for all the comments that are on the stories. They mean a lot to me, and they mean a lot to the storytellers. And they help our channel get more views and reach a bigger audience. And the whole clicking the thumbs up thing that helps as well. So I appreciate it, everyone. And we will be joining you again at, what do we come up with? 3 p.m.? What? 3 p.m. Central Time. That'll be 4 p.m. on the East Coast and 1 p.m. on the West Coast. So, yes, Dees, hit those thumbs up. So that's going to be it for now, folks. Thank you, Stacy. And we will talk to you next time, probably in a couple of days. All right. Thanks a lot.